right on Alexander Avenue. Continue 0.5 miles, then turn left on Kingsland Street.
Yeah, this is neighborhood in New Jersey.
On Kingsland Street. In 0.2 miles, turn right on Darling Avenue, then turn right. Turn right on Darling Avenue, then turn right. 1.6 miles, then keep left on Route 3. In 0.8 miles, keep left on Route 3. Keep left on Route 3. Keep left on Route 3. Continue 1.9 miles, then keep left on Route 3. In 0.8 miles, keep left on Route 3. Keep left on Route 3. Continue 0.8 miles, then keep left on Route 3. Keep left on Route 3. Continue 1.7 miles, then keep left onto Route 3. In 1.1 miles, keep left onto Route 3. 1.9 miles, then take ramp on left to Route 495 East. Take ramp on left to Route 495 East. In 0.4 miles, keep left onto Route 495 East. Keep left onto Route 495 East. Continue 1.5 miles, then keep left on Route 495. In 0.4 miles, keep left on Route 495, then keep right. Keep left on Route 495, then keep right. Keep right on Route 495. Drive 1.6 miles, then keep right on Lincoln Tunnel.
כן. מה זה אימייל שלחת לי? על דנטיסט משהו? אוקיי, צריך לבדוק. עוד שעה טראמפ ידבר לאומה, במקום סודי, עושה הפיכה צבאית נראה לי. יעצור את פלוסי, יעצור את שומר, בעלים של טוויטר, בעלים של טוויטר, בעלים של פייסבוק, צריך לעצור את כולם, הפיכה צבאית. כן, הפוך על הפוך. ככה צריך להיות. מישהו דיבר מהבית הלבן עכשיו, רונן. שלחתי לך לינק, לא תבדוק במסג'. אולי נשאל לך שוב, הוא שליח טוב משלנו. לא, הוא מול הקפיטל, הזכיר את זה, Airbnb שם החדר. יקבל מידע משם. הוא אומר, אין לו כסף ל-Airbnb. ב-Airbnb שלחו לו תרומות. שידורים עולים בכספים, המלון. אבל הוא טיפוש לו דיבורים טובים, תבדוק אותו. משלנו, מראה תאמינו לחדשות של הארץ, לחשוב פה, הכל מלוכלך משנה. גם פה. מטייחים, שקרים. עוד עכשיו סגרו לו את טוויטר. שאתה סוגר, אתה יודע, יש חוק שאסור לפגוע בנשיא בכל דרך. זה שאתה סוגר לו את הטוויטר, אתה פוגע בו. זה כאילו אתה שם לו, אתה יודע, טפ על הפה, אתה מבין? כן. לא, כמו שנגיד, אתה מאיים לראות בנשיא, מיד בהם עוצרים אותך. זה שאתה סוגר לו את הזה, את הטוויטר, זה כאילו אתה שם לו טפ בפה, אתה מבין? אז למה ה-FBI לא עוצרים אותם? ה-FBI צריכים לעצור אותם. רגע, יש לי אנשים. How you doing?
Yes, hello.
What's your name? Michael, yeah?
Yes.
כפתור האדם.
Well, what's our secret? People is a firm built. I advise you. You do. Let's go to Lou, who's calling from Long Island. Welcome to the Rapid Fire Edition here at WABC. Lulu.
I miss Juliet. I don't know why you would get rid of her. She was the best sidekick you ever had. I won't listen to you anymore. 3 hours of terrorists, too much.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. But you get to hear Juliet, your favorite, 5 to 6 in the morning, the new executive hour with her new partner, Frank Morano. There's a great show before that, Theater of the Mind, 1 to 5, and then you get super serious with all the news of the day about the economy. You get Sid Rosenberg, a little slice of sports. You get the traffic and weather. By the way, more people listen from 5 to 6 in the morning. They listen all 3 hours, 12 to 3, because what are most people doing 12 to 3? Working. Let's go to Chris, who's calling from Brooklyn. Your turn to be heard here at WABC, Chris. Roll down the Gidlow. You're in Colby and people always ask, how is it that we could be in Gitmo, have Gitmo, had a 100-year agreement with then Cuba long before Fidel Castro took it over, from Batista before that. Forget his name. Seems like so long ago. Anyway, we'll take 2 more calls here at the Rapid Fire Edition here at WABC, giving all of you an opportunity to vent, to purge, to be heard. Now that your caller account, slam dunk, shut down. Many of you are on Twitter. I know. I think I have, 20,000 followers on Twitter, so I'm down about 1,000, as many of you just opted out. Facebook, same thing, Instagram, WhatsApp, a whole host of others. I was glad to see that people are not leaving my MySpace force. A lot of followers on MySpace. I know a lot of you are saying, that was like almost a 20 years ago. I know. I kept my MySpace account. It's up to you to find it now. Let's go to Jack in Brooklyn. Your turn to be heard again. See, Jack. Curtis, old Peter. I always wondered, what nationality is that? Peter. What kind of name is that? Very interesting, because Petito was in Knickerbocker Park, right by the 83rd Precinct in Bushwick. I was just a young little whippersnapper following my cousins. It was Joey G, the Cheech from Howard Beach, and his other pals, the Cousins, Supreme Cousins from Canarsie. They were having a rumble. Canarsie Bebops versus the Bushwick boys. Odito was a Bushwick boy. He took off his garrison belt, a big belt buckle, hit me in the back of the head. I was just sitting there, feeding pigeons, that I do now is minding my own business. Even I asked my cousin, what kind of an Italian name is Peter? Well, apparently, his mother is a Sicilian. She's a cheek. She's a zip. Doesn't have a mustache like a lot of Sicilian women. Fine woman. And his father, I believe, is French. And I think he grew up right there on the other side of the conduit, the other side of Howard Beach. To this day, that's why I got to go to Trinity Rehab. I feel that belt buckle on the back of my head with that Garrison belt that Bodito hit me with. Anyway, one final call here to the Rapid Fire Edition here at WABC. It's Patrick from Long Beach. You're the final one to be heard here today. All I got to say is this is a fun night. And Juliet will be missed. We might have a lovely show. And it might just be funny, but I wish you the best. And Patrick, I gotta give you a solid from now on when you call this Rapid Fire Edition, because this is the best opportunity to be heard. Don't put it on speaker. You gotta speak right into that phone. I don't care if it's an iPhone, a smartphone. I don't care if it's Samsung. I don't care if all of a sudden, it's an Apple phone, and now all of a sudden you can't get caller, and you're all upset. So now you use the phone for what the freaking phone is supposed to be for, making calls. All of you who decided that you're going to turn your phone into a series of apps And instead of having a normal conversation like we have, and we're going to continue to have here on the new Curtis Lever Show, you decide you want to just tweet your life away. You want to put on Facebook what you had for breakfast at Denny's, you know, the Grand Slam. All these ridiculous things. You're all like sitting shiver for the loss of your social networking. Oh, hey, maybe you can get back to having normal conversations. You ever think about that? Instead of social networking, you're freaking lives away. Like all these hipsters and millennials. You know, I gotta be like, this is happening. I gotta be like a hipster or millennial. I gotta be like the crew here at WABC. Social network my life away. Not here on the Curtis Lever Show. You get to talk, and I gotta listen.
The power of information 24/7. Download the all-new 77 WABC mobile app.
Now, the relief package did not help when those pains reemerged. From that time, I was only 5 years old, sitting there. Think about the profit they could take for the guaranteed right to love bubble. In the back of my medulla and cerebellum. Nope, that's not the aches and pains I'm talking about. The aches and pains I'm talking about is what's normal to your aging process, no matter how athletic, no matter how much yoga you do, stretching, how good your dietary intake is, how much you avoid, if you're not just normal aches and pains, put it on your situation, put it on your abnormal. It doesn't work for the true man in the Wizard of Oz. It ain't going to work for you. But what's for me to work for you, I'm telling you, whatever it is, because I use the Relief Factor. I started with the Relief Start program, and I continue on. First, let me tell you, the course is like $1 a day. You start me eventually to cost you the price of a cup of coffee at the diner. It's not going to put a hurt on your wallet or your purse. It's $19.95. What is the Relief Factor? The Relief Start program. And it's because the Pete and Seth Fathers, the owners and operators, mission practice to find all into your body. Your body is a cancer. It's like a pill. It brings out most of its issues, but it brings the right fuel. And these 4 doctors came up with a 100% drug-free supplement, and it's helping tens of thousands of people with their back, neck, shoulder, hip, and knee pain. It's helped me, it can help you. But you gotta get into the regimen. If you call ReliefFactor.com for yourself or someone you know, that's ReliefFactor.com. These are the normal pains and strains that turn you into a curmudgeon, a crabby crunkade. This will give you a mood elevation. That's right, because you'll be without that pain that nags you from time to time. Or call 800, the number 4 relief. That's 800, the number 4 relief.
This report is sponsored by D12 Jersey. You have been 5 hours, 2 hours, and you haven't slept. Mixed D12 Jersey is a drug-free blend of botanicals with an optimal dose of melatonin that helps you fall asleep naturally to wake up with no next-day grogginess. D12 Jersey.
Do you have muscle pain from your cholesterol medicine? Or paying Livolow's price of $10 per day? With your doctor's prescription, you can get Pitavostat, a low-cost alternative to Livolo for just $1 per day. Only at Marley Drug. Call Marley Drug to learn about getting Pitavostat delivered to your door for just $1 per day. Call 800-441-3680. That's 800-441-3680. Or go to marleydrug.com today.
committed to making your stay even better with exceptional experiences, graceful service, and unparalleled speed while cleanliness. Features hosted the sun-kissed stand of the Breakers Tropical Beach Club and soak up the sky or refreshing food. Relax at the beach. And invigorate your senses at the indoor-outdoor oceanfront Pacific Center. Plus, enjoy the legible dining, world-class shopping, championship golf, and more. As you prepare for your arrival, you can also take comfort in knowing that the Breakers upholds the highest standards of comprehensive health and safety precautions to protect our team, guests, and community. So, what are you waiting for? To reserve your vacation, visit thebreakers.com, call 1-800-BREAKERS, or contact your travel advisor. This winter, we look forward to welcoming you to the Breakers party. We're happy to return.
Well, Biden's got the second dose of the COVID vaccine, so he's squared away. Later on in the upcoming hour, we're going to be talking about not today. Running the table, Joe Biden is, to try to fulfill his commitment that there will be 100 million doses issued in his first 100 days in office. He's releasing more vaccines for first doses that could create more problems than it solves. And though we're supposed to be following the doctors and the science, seems like Biden is like rushing without there being science and doctors. Stay tuned right here to WABC.
Talk radio for New York and all of America. 107.1 WLIR-FM, Hampton Bays, and
Headed to the nation's capital, Mr. Brady, Fox News. It's part of the latest
here is good.
security efforts ahead of Inauguration Day. Fox's Rachel Sutherland has more on that. 15,000 National Guard troops have been authorized ahead of January 20th. Right now, 6,200 Guard members from 6 days have been mobilized and are in the nation's capital. Keeping their narrow boundaries and encouraging people to stay out of the city on Inauguration Day. He sent a letter yesterday requesting that the president declare a pre-emergency disaster. As the inauguration is a national special security event, the U.S. Secret Service is the lead agency in charge. The National Park Service is closed to Washington Monument through January 24th. The Justice Department is concerned about security of the state capitals as well. In Michigan, a calm and open day of one of the capital has just been ordered by the same state panel that had resisted calls to impose a ban after protesters entered that Capitol building last spring. President-elect Joe Biden says President Trump should not be in office and that he has spoken with some senators about impeachment. House Democrats have prepared a new article of impeachment accusing the president of inciting insurrection.
The impeachment resolution says, quote, President Trump gravely endangered the security of the United States and its institutions of government. He threatened the integrity of the democratic system, interfered with the peaceful transition of power, and imperiled the co-equal branch of government. He thereby betrayed his trust as president to the manifest injury of the people of the United States.
Fox's Mike Emanuel, but they're also still urging Vice President Mike Pence to invoke the 25th Amendment to remove the president from office. Inauguration Day is a week from Wednesday. America is listening to Fox News.
listening to this Allstate commercial about saving, imagine the hardest thing about getting this. Save for simply becoming an Allstate customer. Save more for adding driveway. And save even more for driving safely. Visit Allstate.com or contact your agent for a quote today. Allstate. Minimum effort, maximum relief.
Now available on every state. New customer savings based on our time discount driveway with optional features. Savings vary based on how you buy. Subject to terms and conditions. Allstate by Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Northwest Illinois.
New year, new budget. Small business has unique needs. And when you partner with a Dell Technologies advisor, you get real-time tailored advice. They'll even give you a free consultation on your servers and storage devices to develop a custom solution to help improve your company's productivity. Plus, get special financing with Dell Business Credit and big savings on business computers with Intel Core processors. Call a Dell Technologies advisor at 877-ASK-DELL.
WABC.com. I'm Sarah Lee Kessler. Governor Andrew Cuomo delivers the annual State of the State address announcing the formation of the State Public Health Corps,
who will then be better prepared to help themselves, their families, their co-workers, and will be trained and ready to volunteer to help their community in the next public health emergency.
Meantime, New York City has set up a website and phone number so eligible New Yorkers can sign up for COVID-19 shots at one of the city's mega vaccination sites. You'll need an appointment. The website, NewYorkCity.gov/vaccine finder. Mayor de Blasio.
You can see the map of where the sites are. You have the process of knowing what's available when.
If you're not web savvy, call New York City's new vaccination hotline.
877-VAX4-NYC. 877-VAX, number 4, NYC.
I'm Deborah Valentine for 77 WABC News. Breaking news now, the New York Bar Association is seeking to expel Rudy Giuliani over his trial by combat remarks before the deadly insurrection Wednesday at the Capitol. That is not the same thing as being disbarred. WABC News Time, 2:04. Traffic and transit are next. Now your forecast from the Ramsey Subaru Weather Center. 32 degrees, cloudy, high 38, dropping to 31 tonight. Mixed sun and clouds the rest of the work week, no rain in the forecast. High tomorrow, 42, and reaching 50 on Friday. From the 77 WABC News Desk, I'm Sarah Lee Kessler.
Entertaining and informative.
But the Democrat Party, it doesn't push liberty, it wants power. So that you have to have allegiance, not to your country, not to your flag, not to your anthem, allegiance to the Democrat Party. The party substitutes for government. The party substitutes for country. It's all about the party.
The great one, Mark Levin. Nice at 6. Listen on the 77 WABC mobile app. WABC Traffic and Transit. In Jersey, there's trouble on Route 1 at 9 in Newark, southbound Route 1 at 9. As you come off of the Pulaski Skyway, the outer roadway, the local lanes here are backing up southbound into Route 78. We've got an overturned vehicle, an overturned tractor trailer, to be exact, causing delays here. Southbound Route 1 at 9, jamming in through Route 78. The outer roadway, we're seeing the big delays because of that. Heavy traffic in Staten Island. There's a backup eastbound on the Staten Island Expressway from Richmond Avenue, right on out to Slauson Avenue. From there, good ride into the Verrazano Bridge. Inbound Gowanus, busy ride from the Prospect up to Atlantic Avenue. I'm Hugh Turley, Talk Radio, 77 WABC.
Eden, yes. Yeah.
Midnight from 1 to 5, and then both this dynamic duo, they jumpstart your day trying to take the lead on the news, with updates on the economy. It's a fast-moving hour, and boy, they hit their stride early this morning. I listened to it, you really got to give it a try, and if you can't listen at that time of the day, because we're doing other things, you ought to catch it on podcast. And this new program of mine really is right on time because it's giving all of you an opportunity to vent, to purchase, speak what's on your mind, because so many of you have either left your social networking platforms that you were addicted to, or you're just deciding, gee, my personal words can't be heard. Well, they can here at WABC and the Curtis Lewis Show. And from time to time, we're going to have guests that are relative to the discussions we're having. And our first guest of the new show, no better person than Councilman Joe Borelli of Staten Island, who has been a really good spokesperson for the rise of Donald Trump, the citizen Trump, to take on the Republicans who challenged him initially in the primary back in 2016, throughout the election process. and also one who has always been a champion of free speech, even if he ends up being the object of the derision. So thanks for joining us on this first broadcast here, Councilman Borelli. This is great. I didn't realize I had the honor. And it's funny to mention the free speech against me. Usually my wife, and she'd be yelling at me as we speak from upstairs, not realizing I'm on the video. Well, now, because if there is one area in our tri-state that is more synonymous for Trump, Donald Trump, both in 2016, throughout his presidency, and in the recent election, there's no more loyal area for what he stood for, what he did, and who he is. Maybe a presidential library in Donald Trump's honor be built out there. What are the feelings of your constituents and yourself with everything you've seen taking place over these past few days? Oh, I mean, there's still a tremendous amount of support for Donald Trump on Staten Island. I think the most recent evidence of this was actually the election of Nicole Malliotakis, who just trounced her opponent, Max Rose, on Staten Island. You look at just the Staten Island numbers. She had one of the biggest victories any candidate has ever had, and Trump actually got more than any presidential candidate has ever gotten in this borough. So there are a tremendous amount of people who are very pleased with him. Now, I will say that the condemnation of what went on in the Capitol has been universally denounced. I mean, this is a borough of law enforcement. If you're not a cop, chances are the guy next to you is, or your brother is, or your wife is, or your son-in-law is, et cetera, et cetera. So the images of seeing Capitol police officers being beaten by a pack of wild didn't sit well with all of us. And as you've observed, the big tech firms of Silicon Valley now banning President Trump from his various platforms and watching people jump to Parler and give up Twitter, only to find that now Parler has been disconnected. From your vantage point, because you're very adept in the social networking world, what do you see? Is it just a blip on the radar screen, or do you think this is going to have a permanent negative effect? You know, I think these tech companies have been waiting to use their power and money to stifle the conservative voices around the country and around the world. I think it was only a matter of time before this great little breaking moment that we saw. And make no mistake, this incident at the Capitol gave them this opportunity to sort of start back. And I 100% disagree with it. I'm of the belief, maybe I'm crazy, but the antidote of free speech is actually more free speech. It's not a crackdown against people's voices. So, I mean, I am totally offended that Parler, I mean, to me, Twitter banning one person who might have violated their terms of service is one thing, but for a network that basically serves as a utility to just not allow an app to be downloaded because conservative people have a tendency to go on the app is a whole new level. But it really is indicative of this new worldview. I saw AOC addressing Congresswoman Malliotakis actually just yesterday, and it's really indicative how this new line of thought. She actually said that members of the House, including Nicole, including other people, should actually be expelled from the House of Representatives for trying to undermine the Constitution. Bear in mind, all these members of Congress actually did was vote no on a vote. I mean, they're there to vote, and they had a choice, vote yes or no. And he's intimating that people who voted no should be expelled from Congress. It goes to a whole other level of bizarreness and crackdown and retributions against free speech and free ideas when you have people who think you should be expelled from voting at different times in the House of Representatives. Well, that Councilman Borelli from Staten Island from AOC. Tracy Alexandria, Councilor Cortez, one of our colleagues, Atkins, though not a member of the squad, but today, in fact, a Democratic congressman introduced a resolution based on the 14th Amendment to expel members of Congress who sought to overturn the president's election. So if they challenge the electors, as Nicole Malliotakis, who mentioned, and other Republicans did in the House, Ted Cruz and other senators did in the Senate, even though it's only a resolution, you're right. They would likely eventually to do so.
Lost satellite reception.
Shouldn't they be policing against any violent threats or defamation that is occurring on the sites that they're posting? Don't they have some culpability to do that? But that's what's happening, right? I mean, if you street fire in a solid building, there is a reasonable limitation of your First Amendment right. This is specifically with the partisan shutdown. This is saying we're going to shut down an entire application that allows people to communicate because we know that a fractionally smaller percentage of members have communicated during the Capitol Hill run. Now, there are many people who think this is on Twitter, on Facebook, on every other email, probably, that they only choose to run their conservative state. It's not the same thing as saying we have to police for specific things. If someone's out there saying, I'm going to get a gun, and then someone should rather get a gun and kill someone, that's a different line to cross than just an act that is partially espousing conservative beliefs.
Now, before the storming of the Capitol by some of Trump's supporters, the House and the Senate, I noticed there was a double-teamed effort to rein in big tech, all those responsible for social networking in Silicon Valley. And it wasn't just conservatives like Ted Cruz in the Senate. It was also Elizabeth Warren. It was Bernie the Sanders, the far left. Do you see that being a continued focus, or do you think the left will now ease up? Because clearly the far right has been damaged.
Yeah, I mean, the left hates big corporations. Corporations that do the bidding of the foreign global leftist socialist movement. So as long as these companies are acting in line, or though people like Andrew would like them to act, I don't think they're under too much threat so long as the Democrats are in the majority and the minority in the House and Senate, which for the foreseeable future, at least for the next 2 years,
solid Republican supporters. They may not necessarily be supporters of Donald Trump, but they support most of the positions of the Republican Party. We are catching a lot of flack. A lot of flack is coming in at them. Some of them, like you, are running for re-election, or they're thinking of running for election, or supporting other candidates on the Republican line. Now that the party is under siege, because obviously the Democrats are like Michael Corleone, they want to settle all scores here, as do some of the Republicans with Trump. What would your advice be to just average everyday Republicans out there in order to overcome this?
it would be two things. Number one, don't hide who we are. Don't fall back on the defensive footing, because as a political party in the United States, whether it's at the city level, at state level, or federal level, we have the obligation to be opposition when we're not in government, and to govern with an agenda when we are in government. So that's the on the flip side. On a personal level, Donald Trump was successful, and this is whether liberals like it or not. He was successful because he made the Republican Party a 8/10 Republican Party. I mean, he's increased traditional functionality. But they have to have seen that the party was successful growing a majority and attracting voters by being more of a big tent party and allowing, or rather, getting rid of the conservative parties that Western public. Now, just if you look into the tea leaves into the future, because this is going to be quite raucous, he will perceive that Donald Trump, with all the support that he will still have, whatever he decides to do, potentially does with Teddy Roosevelt, who turned on the Republican Party when they wouldn't give him the nomination again, and ran against the party, causing its candidate to lose the presidency on a third line, the Reform Bull Moose Party. I think it's a fair assessment. I mean, if you look at the similarities between Teddy Roosevelt and Donald Trump, I mean, Teddy Roosevelt has a sort of cult of personality that surrounds him. I don't say this in a bad way about Donald Trump, but there are people who are devotees to the person of Donald Trump, both as president, as a candidate, as a business person, as an entertainer, etc., who are going to follow him, whether he has an R next to his name or whether he has an XYZ next to his name. So, I mean, that threat certainly looms. I think what was much more likely to happen is there will be someone emerging as inheriting the mantle of the Trump wing of the party, and there will be someone who emerges the mantle of the let's move past Trump in the Republican Party. I don't know who those people are. You're starting to see the front lines come out, but I think the primary will be one of those candidates versus one of the other candidates. Thank you, Republican conservative Councilman Joe Borelli in Staten Island, seeking his re-election in what everyone thinks of as Trumpland in our region. Staten Island went for Trump in 2016. In fact, went even more for Trump 2020 this time around against Joe Biden, and secured the election of Nicole Maliotakis, who now sits in the congressional seat that at one point is occupied by Democrat Max Rose.
Hi.
Hi. How you doing?
I'm Jen. Hi.
What is the code number?
Yes, that's me.
The code number?
Oh, am I right?
The code number.
Oh, 0027.
Okay.
Is that new?
I don't know. Sometimes they're asking that.
Oh, okay. Share your PIN in person when your driver arrives. Okay, great. Awesome. Thank you.
I don't know. Sometimes
yeah, I didn't get that when for the ride that I took. Maybe it's just at random. You know? Thank you.
You're welcome. The city seems a little quiet, huh?
Yeah.
I don't know, something going on.
Vegetables in tablet form like I do for balanced and nature fruits and veggies. What am I talking about? If you take balanced and nature fruits and veggies, it'll give you the equivalent of 30 to 31 different fruits and vegetables. How many figs could you eat before imploding? How many tomatoes could you eat before imploding? I mean, you can do it maybe a day or two and live on the porcelain palace, but no. It's the only natural way to build up the physical immunity to ward off the second coming of the coronavirus, whatever version it is. That's how I live in food.
Dr. Lederman with
Curtis Flew talking about prostate cancer. Curtis, why did you have robotic surgery for prostate cancer treatment?
Why did I do this to myself? Am I a masochist? And he said, no, I'm not a masochist. I just didn't have good guidance.
What do you think about robotic surgery for prostate cancer?
Don't believe the hype. There are so many other remedies, and the person who can expose somebody to this is you guys. You're not part of the old boys club. You're independent and autonomous, and you've taken a route in which you're providing your patients painless methods of recovery, but fully remaining able to function as a man has been functioning at a time when they weren't diagnosed with prostate cancer. Get that value separation.
For more information, call 200 Choices, 200 Choices, Dr. Newton, 1384 Broadway, or Supplemental Insurance, Medicare, and Medicaid. Call 200 Choices for an appointment or for 3650.
Balance of nature, something that's taking a countdown. Changing the world, one life at a time. I am 76. I was 40 hours a week. I take balance of nature pretty much religiously. One day house is too warm. I see the house that is staying in the house, and I go in and it's still happening. And then I clean the commercial building, and then clean half of another building, and I went home and turned off at night. And who can do that is 73. Balance of nature actually gives me quite a bit of it's amazing what you can actually I don't have to have my coffee and whatever. Right now, Balance of Nature is offering free shipping and 35% off on any new preferred order. Call 1-800-246-8751 or go to balanceofnature.com.
Soon now, Joe Biden will become the 46th president in the capital of Washington. Millions of Americans tune into the newscast, a news source they can trust. I tune into Newsmax cable news channel every day, and I check out Newsmax.com online every morning for breaking news. Plus, I go to download the Newsmax app on my smartphone for breaking news, and I can tune into
Only toyed with the idea himself up, ended up joining the military, became one of the Rough Riders of San Juan Joe in the battle in the Spanish-American Civil War. He became New York City's first official police commissioner. We heard from Bill Bratton earlier today. We'll turn on the book and Sid Rosenberg on the morning show. Great interview shot with him about him wanting a commission to investigate why there wasn't enough security in defending the House and the Senate from the Trumpers going over the barricades. Or Ray Kelly or anyone else. Or the first police commissioner in New York was Teddy Roosevelt. So what's interesting is Teddy Roosevelt was chosen to be the vice president, youngest ever, of President McKinley. President McKinley got assassinated. So that elevated Teddy Roosevelt at the start of the century to be the nation's youngest president to actually sit in the presidency. And then he went from 1901 to 1909. And then he got off. And then he was the same by Howard Taft. Howard Taft became the president. Republican. So, Republican. But then Teddy Roosevelt decided that he didn't like the swaggered way that Howard Taft was running the presidency because there was too much corruption, the power of monopolies, such as monopolies, it was in railroads, it was in coal, it was in steel, whereas now it's Texas, Silicon Valley, and he decided he needed to be the force to break up the monopolies in the trust. He scored the Republican nomination again. And Howard Taft, president, said, hey, wait a second. I'm getting renominated here, pal. So they did not nominate Teddy Roosevelt. They went out and he ran for election. That's a third-party candidate that said, yes, party that was renamed the Bull Moose Party. And it was an interesting way that it was renamed. Because while he was campaigning against the Democrats, Woodrow Wilson of New Jersey, and also quite the academic, although now he is totally besmirched his image. But he was a Democratic candidate. McKinley was the Republican candidate seeking re-election on the Republican line. And the independent challenger, quote, the Ross Perot of the time was Teddy Roosevelt on the Progressive Party line. He was in Milwaukee giving a speech when an anarchist came out of the crowd named John Schwein and shot Teddy Roosevelt. And when he was asked, what'd you shoot Teddy Roosevelt for? He goes, any man looking for a third term of office as president should be shot. But in reality, he was the Antifa of that time. He was an anarchist. Luckily, Teddy Roosevelt survived and gave the speech, even though he was shot after the speech. They took him to the hospital. And that's how he got the name of Bull Moose Party, because he said, that's right. I took that bull like a bull moose. But he lost the election, and the Republicans lost the presidency, and Woodrow Wilson became the Democratic candidate who was elected president of the United States. That's when someone like Donald Trump jumped the queue and said, I deserve to be president again, as I'm sure Donald Trump will say if legally he's capable of running again, and if the Republicans say no to Donald Trump, they'll probably run on a third-party line, just like Teddy Roosevelt did. Now you know the rest of that story.
The truth behind the BS.
It's just very satisfying to hear the truth about everything that's going on.
Wake up with Bernie and Sid in the morning. Weekdays at 6.
Bernie and Sid, guys, get me going in the morning. I just want to say I love you and you're awesome.
Streaming on the 77 WABC mobile app.
Well, I've been in Milwaukee organizing Guardian Angels, never got shot, but right here in my city of New York, June 19th, 1992, on the back of the cab, remember I got shot with 5 hollow point bullets on the orders of the Guardians to the Gambinos, lucky to survive, but 2 years dead. To this day, so many years later, I get these incredible pains throughout the lower areas of my body, from my knees right on up, I would say right above my knee. And I mean, they are killer pains at times. And for a while, I was on all kinds of pharmaceutical products, not good. As extreme as morphine. fentanyl, Percocets, Vicodin, the whole 9 yards, oxys. Not good. And I know what it's like to be in severe pain, and I know so many of you listening right now, you've had those similar circumstances. And a Bengay bath just ain't going to do it. All you're going to do is stick the room up, and you'll socially distance from everyone in these pandemic times, but it's not going to really deal with that pain. I have found the remedy. It is with the EPAT machine. Where do you find the EPAT machine? Well, it's available, but Trinity Rehab has it in all of its locations, and they're throughout New Jersey. In fact, they just opened up shop in Clifton, Edison, East Windsor, at a brand new location in Windsor. Now, people go there for Thanksgiving. They don't have to go down in New York. I just up there across the GWs, and I know others do too. Because they're the best, not like the best. And the technology that they use is the same that's used to wake up to the sun.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop here because there's no left turn.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, they give us hard time.
It's
Take
okay.
it. Okay.
Okay.
You have a good day.
Thank you.
Just be careful.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
0977. Maybe to that person in your life who's always mentioning that they have pain and a real pain in your neck, so you drag them off to Trinity Rehab in New Jersey, 800-518-0977, or go online at trinity-rehab.com. That's trinity-rehab.com.
This year, resolve to eat better, feel better, and live better. To meet experts at Stillman Farm Market and Butcher Shop can help you do just that with their fresh, premium cuts of locally sourced 100% grass-fed beef and pasture-raised pork and poultry. One best customer in the shop at a time, or you can call 609-300-3350 to place a curbside pickup order. That's 609-300-3350 and visit StillmanFarmMarket.com.
What? This place has a rooftop restaurant?
Yeah.
And
it's
here,
closed though.
And here too?
This is like a furniture store.
Oh, but the thing on the top. Oh, okay, good to know. Next time.
Next time, yeah.
Hopefully it'll be open soon. You see that small house is nice. The color house.
Say hi.
And Sid Rosenberg, and more importantly, if you can't listen, just go. Got a podcast. And in the ever-expanding lineup, John Catsimatidis, our owner-operator at Short West. Let me run it down, because I feel like Louis Rojas ate the nuts. I don't know, like cold and Simeon's kept him. But anyway, Louis Rojas looks at me and says, Hey, John, wow, look at his lineup, John. Okay, let me run it down.
I can't stop looking.
I get off the air, it's Rudy Giuliani from 3 to 4. Then from 4 to 5, it's Lydia Serrano. Then it's our owner-operator, John Catsimatidis, the broadcaster in his own right, who has his own show from 5 to 6. With his co-host, Lydia Serrano. Then it's Mark Levin from 6 to 9. Then it's Bill O'Reilly, who actually will be on now from 9 to 10. Followed by John Baxter from 10 to 1. And then it's my favorite program, okay, even more than my own, because I love Theater of the Mind. I can't really say to do that at this time of the day. I used to do overnight Theater of the Mind, but that's Frank Morano, the other side of midnight from 1 to 5. And then your day gets started all over again with Frank Morano and Juliet.
I said, no, are you excited? She goes, yes, and nervous. I said, nervous about COVID? She's like, no, about having 3.
Yeah, I'm sure 3 is like a game changer.
Yesterday, like, it was like my dad's birthday on Saturday, so my parents were doing like last night. I didn't go. So they FaceTimed me, and it was just like chaos. She's like, yeah, come away.
I don't know if it's like I feel like that person definitely doesn't know everybody's there. No, but I wouldn't know. No, it's not either. But you should also inform people since getting tested. Like all the time. kids today. And it was like, but Charles, like, basically represent that there's a reason that everyone's right and like, that's what they see. But they're we can't do 10-2 Saturday, that's great. And then probably didn't get out of this like
They weren't told.
Charles never told.
No, I know.
Like, that's so fucked up. Like Desiree has kids.
Yeah.
She can't be coming home at like 9 p.m. at night. Like,
When they said that, I was like, are you mind? They think I would stay here till 7 o'clock during a pandemic?
yeah.
And I can't. Also, like, don't take it, like, don't use us for, like, being at work to our, like, pool.
It's funny, Curtis, my son went to that party, and nobody ever asked us, I believe, as we go down checks before
now I'm going to take a look.
And we listen to their admissions because I think they're planning New York City, which has been boarded up and
not, like, they don't get
they left rampaging going on. And our governor COVID turned his back.
Plus vacation. But they're like making you take the vacation because they're not.
The villages and the boroughs, and finally he said no mas, because some of those doses were actually spoiling, can't even be used. When you look at the date, when you have to get rid of it, it's sort of like, how could this be? Anyway, let's go to Lynn, who's calling from Syasa. Welcome to the new Curtis Weaver Show here at WABC, Lynn. Yes, hello, Lynn.
I have a question for you. When you refer to the party, like when you were saying before about Teddy Roosevelt and how the party has to look so, or validate Who is the party now? When you just say that, what entity are you defining as the party? Is it the people?
She's here. The homeless lady. Could be good in Broadway show. Loud voice, give me a head.
Feel like the titles are really bad. In a sense, I like to see the like but then honestly. Like our company's like not so like strict and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like that it's like wishy-washy. But yeah, like if you wanna eventually like refer a job or whatever and you wanna refer them a part, I would just choose. It's like weird because like just business in general in like life, it's just like a lot of outside there's like no like design, like I feel like everything was really just kind of I don't want to go to like Macy's and they're like file for bankruptcy. They like get rid of like like that.
Okay.
Thank you.
Have a good day. Careful, don't break the house.
Yes, you heard that right. FanDuel Sportsbook is giving new users an exclusive 25-to-1 odds boost on the biggest college football game of the year. That means you can pick sides on Alabama, a 9-point favorite, or Ohio State to win. That's $5 on either team.
The Boopstar, what's up, the Boopstar?
FanDuel Sportsbook is America's #1 sports betting site.
Oh, some homeless lady was screaming. A homeless lady.
And unlike other sportsbooks, once you win, FanDuel gives you a winning stake in as little as 24 hours. Why? Because that's the right thing to do. Download the FanDuel Sportsbook app and use the promo code SAVE. That's my name.
She was loud, that homeless lady, huh? She's yelling. She said, where is my man? If you single the Boopstar, you can go to that homeless lady.
In the 60s and 70s, a lot more interaction with all of you, the callers. Look, I've listened to all kinds of talk radio ever since I was a teenager. There are some men and women in this business, they pontificate. It's all them and none of you. So I hang around and go to church and listen to the pastor or the priest give a sermon.
On to the next one, on to the next one, on to the next
Go
one.
to college because they didn't want to hear the professors go on and on, pretentious as they may have been. This is a forum that gives you the opportunity to be heard. It used to be before talk radio, you would write a letter to the editor of your local newspaper or weekly newspaper, and oftentimes you would find it. Whether you're a Trump supporter or a Biden supporter, you're apolitical, you're independent, and that is not. I believe your voice needs to be heard. And that's what the show is going to be like Monday through Friday from 12 to 3. Meanwhile, let's go to Joe and Corey from Manhattan. Welcome to WBC.
Yeah, I do.
Congratulations, wonder of the Oklahoma
City seems like quiet today, huh?
Huh?
The city is quiet today.
Yeah.
What's going on?
I don't know. Cold, too cold.
Too cold?
I'm not getting out. It's freezing.
No, not too bad. I see the naked cowboys dancing naked in the Times Square.
Talk Radio. And we're going to create a feature because we have a whole new crew now. The board out, phone screen, and everything is new. Everyone is sort of moved into different positions here at WABC. Nobody is gone. They're all doing different work. But constructive criticism, it'll be maybe once a week where you get to call in to criticize me, and I have to take it. I can't respond. And let me tell you something. That's what Bob Grant used to do, and the callers used to tee off on him. It was the most entertaining feature of talk radio that I had ever heard. And I didn't create it. I'm going to resurrect it, bring it back to the forefront, because in addition to your voice being heard, we're also going to make sure this is as entertaining as we can make it for all of you. And remember, it's part of the expanded lineup brought to you by a new owner and operator, John Catsmith-Heatis, who grew up listening to talk radio old-fashioned style, just like yours truly. Great opening show. We'll do it again tomorrow, Monday through Friday, 12 to 3, right here on WABC.
New York and all of America. 107.1 WLIR-FM, Hampton Bays.
Wednesday. Still, President-elect Joe Biden says he is consulting with Senate officials on how to handle a potential impeachment and the incoming administration's priorities. Fox's Jared Halpern has more live.
If the House approves an article of impeachment against President Trump this week, it's unlikely the Senate would take any action before President-elect Biden swearing in next week. The President-elect says he's begun conversation about Senate rules if the chamber could bifurcate.
Half day on dealing with the half day getting my people nominated and confirmed in the Senate.
The President-elect has also said he wants fast legislative action on another round of COVID relief, a plan he intends to put forward later this week. Lisa.
Thanks, Jared. Biden speaking to reporters after receiving his second shot of the Pfizer vaccine. Efforts to secure the inauguration continue to ramp up. As many as 15,000 National Guard troops now authorized. Meantime, the FBI issuing warnings about possible armed protests being planned in all 50 state capitals, as well as the U.S. Capitol. There have been protests and clashes at some state capitals already in Washington state. 2 arrests reported a short time ago as the state legislature was preparing to convene. Earlier in the U.S. House,
I hereby submit my resignation as Sergeant-at-Arms of the U.S. House of Representatives. It has been an honor to serve.
And as Paul Irving stepped down, and acting Sergeant-at-Arms Timothy Blodgett was appointed. The Senate Sergeant-at-Arms and Capitol Police Chief also have resigned. America is listening to Fox News.
Progressive Motorcycle presents Road Whistling from the Motor.
Virus, because we have now the freedom to vaccinate.
With those 75 and older, first responders and educators now eligible, Blasio says New York will run out of doses within a few weeks if the feds don't pick up the pace on supply delivery. I'm Scott Pringle, WOR News.
And the news is brought to you by National Realty. Learn the insider method of obtaining 15 to 21% targeted returns on prime building locations. And the time now is 3:03. That is traffic time, so we're going to move it on now to Adrienne Watson. She has a look at that. Adrienne.
Thanks, Jeff. Good afternoon. A familiar place to start in the Bronx. Westbound Cross Bronx loaded up Westchester Avenue to Cadogan. Northbound Harlem River Drive, ramp to the Cross Bronx has an accident reported. And in Queens, eastbound side of the LIE is slammed from the East to Woodhaven Boulevard with an accident. There's also westbound heavy rubber ending into any other road in the east or westbound direction could be better. Inbound Pulaski Skyway by Broadway, watch for a crash. This report is sponsored by Positive Coaching Alliance. ABC's Youth and High School Sports, Positive Coaching Alliance can help. PCA, a national nonprofit, offers more than 1,000 free online resources for youth and high school sports coaches, parents, students, and administrators. Visit PCA.com.org. I'm Adrienne Watson. Drivers update at 3:30 on 710 WOR.
Anytime you say you're going to do something for you, what happens? You end up doing something for someone else. You're a giver, and now you need to think about you first. My good friends, I've used this diet. I lost 20 pounds. Check me out on TV. And this diet, the diet, patients typically lose 20 to 50 pounds in just 40 days with
diet is all natural, no shots, no hormones, no surgery. They have locations all throughout New York City, Westchester, Long Island, New Jersey, Connecticut, and Pennsylvania. Call now 855-5-NJ-DIET. 855-5-NJ-DIET or online NJDiet.com. WOR weather channel forecast. Looking at a pretty quiet weather pattern most of the week. Right with small rain change back in here by Saturday. No major weather systems on the way. We're down lows around 30, clouds and sunshine, a high of 42 on Tuesday. Wednesday, intervals of clouds and sun. Lows in the low 30s with highs up in the low 40s. Meteorologist Mark Thibodeau from the Weather Channel on 710 WOR.
This report is sponsored by ExpressPros.com. Looking for an easier way to find your next call center or accounting job? It's time to get to know Express Employment Professionals. Visit ExpressPros.com to find one of more than 830 locations to support any job search. And there's never a fee.
Wall Street right now, the Dow is down 34, the Nasdaq off 129, and the S&P is off 23. News on 3:30, breaking news at 1. Start today with Lemberg, Michael Lewis,
Pablo.
6 to 10 tomorrow morning. I'm Jeff.
How are you feeling, Pablo? Still at home?
Radio station, 37 degrees.
But you go to doctor, you know what, doctor, they don't want to see you. Go to these urgent care places. They must see you.
710 WOR.
You come from there. When I had it 2-3 months ago, I took checks X-ray, make sure it doesn't change to pneumonia. Did they take checks X-ray or no? Everybody. I hope it takes 10 days, 2 weeks. Yeah, nothing to do. Everybody is getting it. Pablo, the reason I called, sorry to bother you. The guy never showed up this morning to pick up the trees. He didn't come today. So they want to call them, tell him to come today, tell him to come without fail because it's on my entire, just like the last time, you got to go through the parking, easy. But please call him and call me back. Thank you, Pablo. Bye-bye.
Democratic Party, as radical as they are, taking on breathtaking hypocrisy and double standards, and the media helping them every step of the way. You know, it's like, I call it a mob mentality because it is. And, you know, culminating in what has happened with Twitter and shutting down the president, voices, we talked about shadow banning, and now Parler, you know, literally trying to drive them completely and utterly out of business. Let me just say something about
these people who have now acted in concert to cut off
President of the United States from talking to the 75 or 85 million people that want to hear from him are not good Americans. They may also be criminals for having done it, but they certainly are not good Americans. They may be very rich. They may be very powerful. They may think they're richer and more powerful than the country. But they're not good Americans. And in my view, they have violated any number of laws that maybe, just maybe, will have the courage to apply to them, even though they're rich and powerful. For example, restraint of trade. It is both a crime and a civil tort, wrongdoing, to get together, several businesses to get together to restrict the trade of another business. Well, isn't that what they have done? They've gotten together, whether it's Twitter or Amazon or Apple or any other one of these, and it's really the top guy who's doing it, like the oligarchs in Russia and Ukraine, these billionaires who think that laws don't apply to them. They get together and they say, take Pollard off. Take Pollard off, like the Tsar, or like Stalin would order. I don't like what Pollard is writing. Get rid of Pollard. Destroy Pollard. They're inciting riots. Come on. Nobody rioted because of what Pollard wrote. It's absurd. It's crazy. And then they have the Ayatollah's words of hate.
Here is good.
No. All the words of
okay
hate.
here?
Who's calling?
The guy who probably did the most to organize
From where?
the riot in the country.
Oh, yes, yes. Hi, sir. How are you?
I have got the footage. I have published the footage.
Okay. So when can you come? When can you come?
Long before the president said a word.
Perfect, perfect. Tomorrow. Tomorrow at 9 on 10. But please don't miss tomorrow, okay? Thank you. No problem. No problem. But tomorrow very important. See you tomorrow. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Black Lives Matter and Antifa. John Sullivan has been an instigator in other riots, in other places, long before.
Let me just pull to the side.
299, I don't know.
Okay.
299 is on the right.
Yeah. Okay, have a good day.
Thank you, Mr. Abner. Have a good day.
Inside the Congress, you will see that had a lot more to do with what happened than almost anything else, and that the Trump speech, Paula, and other words here and there had nothing, zero to do with it. This is a political hit job. It's a conspiracy. It's a conspiracy like Russian collusion was a conspiracy. It's a conspiracy like the phony Ukraine case was a conspiracy. It's a conspiracy to try and destroy Donald Trump by pinning a false charge on him.
Back.
And in fact, this John Sullivan, about whom there is video evidence of his instigating violence, was set free by the D.C. police. He was set free by the D.C. police. When other people who were merely observers at best, and who were invited in by the police to talk. How crooked is that? How bad has it become? And we can't speak up about it. I don't know. They may put me in jail for saying what I'm saying right now. I'm told that they're thinking of putting me in jail because I said that the election was fraudulent. That those are words of violence. You see, when I say that, you're going to jump out of your room right now and you're going to start running around like maniacs shooting people. Did any of you just do that? I don't think so. I don't think so. I can prove, if you look at my banned podcast, just that one, and then the one that's going to come up, for which, well, I don't know, maybe they'll execute me. I can prove that this was planned before Donald Trump, before Rudy Giuliani, before Donald Trump Jr., before the constitutional expert, Professor John Eastman, uttered a word. That absolutely nobody at that rally
was instigated to do anything but applaud. That what happened at the Capitol started before the speeches even ended, and it was organized days in advance by other people. That's just the truth, which no longer means anything, because the oligarchs are now in control. And when that inauguration takes place, they're going to be really in control because they own the Democrat Party. They own it because of all the money they give it. They own it because of all the censorship they've practiced to get Biden elected, going back to withholding a hard drive that proves that the Biden family have been crooks for 30 years. They covered that up. You weren't allowed to hear that. You weren't allowed to hear Hunter Biden say that for 30 years I've been kicking money back to Pop. Half. You weren't allowed to hear that Joe Biden lied about his not knowing about his son's illegal payments from Ukraine that really turned out to be payments to Joe Biden. You were not allowed to hear that the Biden family was in a partnership with the Chinese Communist government on a number of occasions, most recently with Joe Biden as at least a 10% partner. So the man's day of sworn in, one of his last major partnerships was with our biggest enemy. Worse than that, undisclosed, and about which he's never explained. And that last time he was in the public office, his son was secretly getting money from the Chinese Communist Party while he was negotiating and always losing out to the Chinese. In other words, the Biden family was making millions and America was getting beaten over the head by China for Joe Biden, which came about either because he was a possibility or he was compromised. Nobody, absolutely nobody, has ever seen it. That has been completely covered up. These cover-ups began a long time ago, and what they're doing with this speech is they are creating a situation to try to destroy Donald Trump. They're lying about it, they're mischaracterizing it, they're not allowing you to hear the evidence, to listen to the tape, to look at the videos that prove that this was contrived and created well before Donald Trump uttered a word. And it was done for the purpose of hurting Donald Trump. Now, I don't know if what I said just there will get me...
How you doing?
Banned, fired...
Welcome. Another bottle of wine, huh? Let's go. I can just go here now.
Another frame-up of the press is playing a part of big tech, big business, crooked Democrats, and now, pretty soon, as far as I know, the guy with the biggest criminal background ever about to become president of the United States. Coming up, I get to speak with you on Shop with the Net. Call me on the Tunnel to Towers Foundation hotline at 1-800-848-WABC. That's 1-800-848-9222. Help Tunnel to Towers to do good. Donate $11 a month at T2T.org. That's T, the number 2, T.org. To get me discuss all of this in greater detail, visit Moody'sCommonSense.com. That's where you get me. No matter who, go to Moody'sCommonSense.com, subscribe, and you will get me. And there is no more country. They're trying to crush me. They're trying to crush everybody. Everybody else. They threaten Mark the Baby. They threaten other people. They threaten for Americans, that right of free speech comes to us from God, not from somebody named Dorsey or Zuckerberg or whatever the guy's name is. It comes from God, and it's your religious right, not governmental. To listen to us on Alexa, simply say, Alexa, enable the 77 WABC skill.
News Talk on 107.1 and 77 WABC.
So many gave their lives saving others on September 11, 2001, and the Tunnel to Towers Foundation has been supporting heroes ever since. This year will mark 20 years of the foundation carrying on that legacy of courage and heroism by honoring military and first responder heroes, great Americans who are willing to die for you and for me. When a first responder or military service member doesn't come home and young children are left behind, Tunnel to Towers pays off their mortgage to lift the financial burden and bring their family stability. For catastrophically injured veterans and first responders, Tunnel to Towers builds mortgage-free smart homes, enabling our country's most severely injured heroes to live more independent lives. Join their mission to do good by helping our nation's heroes. Donate $11 a month by going to T2T.org. That's T, the number 2, T.org. Our heroes need your help. Thank you for your support. I learned a lot this year about home title theft. Here's how the crime happens. Illegal titles to our homes are kept online where they can be hacked. A cyber thief finds your home's title, forges your signature on a quitclaim deed stating you sold your home to him. Then he takes out loans against your home until your equity is gone. You will know until the collection calls pour in. You're not protected by insurance, the bank, or common identity theft programs. Home Title Lock protects you. And in the unlikely event you become a victim of title theft, now remember, Home Title Lock will pay up to $1 million in legal fees to help restore your home title. Go to HomeTitleLock.com and register your address to see if you're already a victim. Then use code RADIO for 33 days of protection. That's code RADIO at HomeTitleLock.com. Home Title Lock protects you. Go to HomeTitleLock.com. That's code RADIO at HomeTitleLock.com. Rudy Giuliani here for my friends at Big John's Moving and Storage, a 40-plus year operation. Call 1-800-BIG JOHN. I've told you about their top-shelf Class Act moving business, which I know firsthand having used 1-800-BIG JOHN. I'm here to tell you today, 1-800-BIG JOHN has the most private, not public storage facility just minutes from Manhattan. This 100,000-plus square foot storage facility is managed 100% by the family and their 25-year-plus trusted employees. You never imagine how clean, safe, and secure this facility is. 24-hour security surveillance, bar doors, all modernized equipment, green compliance, climate control, A-plus rated by the Better Business Bureau and Department of Buildings. Unheard of. Don't just take it from me. The New York Post had a front-page feature of a very valuable art collection stored at the facility. 1-800-BIG JOHN Storage is trusted by the most celebrated auction houses in the world. 1-800-BIG JOHN is where I trust and recommend storage to be your most prized possession, family heirloom, and support. 1-800-BIG JOHN. Big John Moving.com. Mention radio and you get one free month. That's right. I hope you like me include a helping stuff like this. You struggle with enough to have this function. You may not feel like about that. Also, we kind of Americans talk about it. You don't want to go to the doctor and actually have to talk to the doctor about it. Certainly don't want to talk to anybody else about it. Well, good news. Get Roman to make all of the TV and casting free. We got the problem solved. With Roman, get a free online evaluation and ongoing care for you, all from the comfort and privacy of your home. A healthcare professional will work with you to find the best treatment plan. If medication is appropriate, Roman will ship you real medicine with free 2-day shipping. The whole process is straightforward, simple, and discreet. Getting started is really easy. You just go to GetRoman.com/Ben, complete an online visit. Erectile dysfunction used to be tough to talk about. Now there is Roman. Complete an online visit today to connect with the doctor and get a quick care. Go to GetRoman.com/Ben. Look for $50 on the first month and you can get free online visit for free 2-day shipping. And GetRoman.com/Ben. Up to $50 off the first month of the treatment. GetRoman.com/Ben. Go check it out right now. GetRoman.com/Ben. For $50 on the first month of the free online visit and free 2-day shipping. Every small business has unique needs. Technologies advisor at 877 Ask Dell.
as well as dollars to Americans. And these center extremist Democrats and the people that follow them will find out exactly what they're going to do. Nothing.
You think they're going to do nothing? They can all a bunch of bravado?
Yes, it is. And, you know, and you look at you, and President Trump after Christmas, and now look how he's identifying it. It's a doggone shame. It's pathetic. And listen, mark my words. Mark my words. All Americans will find out exactly what Democrats is about. Nothing.
Well, Burnell, you're telling the truth. You're absolutely right. It is about nothing. And I'm glad that you have that kind of confidence in it. Particularly since you come from Brooklyn. So you are on the Towers Foundation hotline. So everybody should donate $11 a month to the Tunnels to Towers Foundation at T2T.org, okay? What else, Burnell?
Good, Mr. Mayor. Keep up the good work.
Well, thank you, Burnell. That feels really good at a time of, you know, where everybody's kind of pushing in on you. Judy in Brooklyn.
Hi, Magdalene, how are you doing? I hope you're doing well because
I am doing well.
Where is good for you?
Yeah, a little right outside. You see the store there? You see that store?
Yeah. Right here is okay because I'm going to be bus lane. We get ticket in the
Yeah,
bus.
but it's fine if you just letting me off.
Tomorrow on my website, because they've taken it off YouTube, at Rudy'sCommonSense.com. You'll be able to see most of the videos where he's encouraging people to violence. But the most important thing, actually, is starting on about January 1st, 5 days before the president's speech, he's inviting people to come there to cause trouble. So the trouble was orchestrated by others that had nothing to do with the president's speech. And that's part of the narrative that the Democrats are trying to get people to believe in order to do yet another phony impeachment. It's pathetic. It shows how corrupt they are, and it shows what horrible people they are. I'm sorry. These are really horrible, horrible human beings. And with the way they're playing with our right of free speech, they're not Americans. They lost.
On to the next one. On to the next one. On to the next one.
As I said, when we go on with common sense and uncover the truth, go to the station and check Radio 77 WABC. Investors want high cash flow with appreciation. The Federal Reserve is boosting real estate markets with super low interest rates. And where we build is booming. There's no Fed. Don't fight the Fed with your investors. Founded in 2006 with a 15-year track record, NRIA gives you steady cash flow backed by $1.2 billion of new construction development. NRIA provides reliable 10% return electronic payments monthly of passive income, tax-deferred, plus upside bonuses to 21% annually as you sell in. You're inflation protected with large apartment buildings and diversified in 18 prime developments, avoiding stock market risk. Do the math with us. Don't fight the Fed, flow with the Fed. Call 201-210-2727. 201-210-2727. That's 201-210-2727. An offer to buy or sell any security is only made by a private placement memorandum. Past performance is no guarantee of future results. Returns are annually. National is a real estate development firm. See us at NRIA.net.
Dan owed an unbelievable amount of money to the IRS.
I got behind on my taxes. It's a horrible feeling.
He was in denial.
When I got those letters from IRS, he wanted to act like he didn't exist.
Finally, Dan turned to Optima Tax Relief, the leading
leading tax resolution firm. A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau, they've resolved $1 billion for their clients.
Awesome. I've gotten a settlement with the IRS. These people are really people-friendly. It was every bit of a new lease on life for me.
The fast action and the great results made Dan's head spin.
I felt like I was in a dream, but it's real. And I have paperwork to prove it. They got the job done, and life is good.
For tax help you can trust, call Optima now for a free consultation.
If you're worried about what's going to happen with the IRS, stop worrying. Make the call now.
Call 800-346-1213. 800-346-1213. 800-346-1213. Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Hi, everybody. It's your cousin Reese. Cousin, if you've ever been injured because of the carelessness of another person, you deserve a skilled and experienced legal team to fight America's most powerful insurance companies. Listen to me. For over 30 years, the injury lawyers at Davis, Saperstein, and Sullivan have exclusively represented the injured in the New York, New Jersey metro area. Cousins, they have over 25 injury lawyers, of which 15 of them are certified by the Supreme Court of New Jersey as civil trial attorneys. They've won over $500 million in verdicts or settlements on behalf of its 30,000 past satisfied clients. They especially pride themselves in putting the personal, and Cousins, I want to add that and underline it, personal in your personal injury case. Everybody hopes that they never need an injury lawyer, but if you do, injury lawyers at Davis, Saperstein, and Sullivan are there for you, and they won't get paid unless they win your case. Did you hear what I said? So Cousins, please call them for a free, no-obligation, confidential consultation at 1-800-LAW-2000. That's 1-800-LAW-2000 or LAW2000.com.
Entertaining and informative. Enable the 77 WABC Alexa skill today.
Play 77 WABC.
Mayor Rudy Giuliani on. For over 40 years, Delta Rescue has provided dedication and everlasting love to animals that have been left abandoned. Delta is the largest no-kill and care-for and right-to-life animal sanctuary in the world. This sanctuary is home to up to 1,500 animals that have been abandoned or born in the wilderness and cares for every animal for the entirety of their life. Every animal receives the very best of care, and Delta relies solely on donor contributions. By being a part of the Delta mission, we're the difference between life and death for so many of these animals. Donate today at DeltaRescue.org. For information on Delta's tax saving estate fund, go directly to DeltaRescue.org/lead and ask for Rudy's free estate fund. It lays out all you need to know about growing your estate while letting your compassion for animals go well into the future. It is only available at DeltaRescue.org/lead. Show the dedication and everlasting love and make the legacy work for the animals. Visit DeltaRescue.org/lead.
Payment notices start showing up. Home Title Lock is your best defense. Register now to see if your home's title has been compromised.
Talking about what's right for America with a renewed commitment to keep you up to date on the breaking news stories. Hi, 25 to the top of the hour, 800-941-SEAN if you want to be a part of this extravaganza. And, you know, you're watching the Democrats now, and their allies and propagandists in the media condemning all of everything. Republicans, you know, are evil. I mean, that's pretty much the narrative they always have. It's not been a joke when I've said every 2 years and 4 years this is what they do. You know, and they run through their list of, you know, talking points because it's their old script. Republicans are racist, sexist, homophobic, xenophobic, Islamophobic. You get the point. They want dirty air and water. They want grandma and grandpa to be thrown over a cliff.
Exchange, 20 exchange.
political point of view happens to be. Which means we have an information crisis in this country, the likes of which we've never, ever
to destroy many, many of our rights. Well, thank you for joining us. So we're going to go to Bill in New Jersey. Hey, Bill.
Hi, Mr. Mayor. How are you?
I'm good, Bill. How are you?
Good. I was just thinking about everything that's gone on in the last couple of days. And if they brought impeachment proceedings against the president, wouldn't that, in a way, also be a gift? Because then you can bring out all the disinformation, all the voter fraud, all the Dominion machines, all the things that should have happened with the state legislature as a defense.
Bill, you're absolutely right if you lived in a country that had due process for Republicans. But, I mean, they're likely to do it the way they did it last time. And worse. Have impeachment, but don't allow the president to present a witness. Don't allow him to cross-examine a witness. Don't allow him to have a lawyer present. This is like a communist trial or a Nazi one-sided trial. They just present the evidence against you. You have no right to rebut the evidence against you. And then they impeach you because it's Nancy Pelosi's version of the truth, which almost always is a straight-out lie. And, you know, when it's all over, I think an appropriate investigation of Nancy Pelosi, her husband and son, might be in order. To see how much money they made out of the Biden family self-public office. What do you think? Yeah. Just take a guess.
Mr. Mayor, if you don't mind.
Was she straight? You think Nancy's straight? I mean, it's like New York talk. You think Nancy's straight?
No.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Yeah. From Baltimore. Okay. What else?
Me, Mr. Mayor?
Yeah.
I have a family member at the Capitol Police. He knows it was a lot of Antifa and Black Lives Matter.
Of course he
involved in. He was staged what stage was, and he knows it wasn't his first rodeo, it wasn't his first protest. He knows who was what, who was who.
I urge you, look at the podcast. The one I have up right now has most of it. The one I'll have up tomorrow will have the rest of it. And you will see in black and white, living color, just exactly who organized this. And believe me, it had nothing to do with President Donald Trump. It was done to destroy him by the crooked Democrats, and it's being perpetuated by the crooked media and big tech. And boy, they have become crooked. But, you know, I want to try camps in Idaho. You know, you get to go to Idaho.
Hello there.
Hey, Tim. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing all right. Hey, so I had heard, but I wanted to hear it from you and know if it's true, about this Georgia Senate race that just went, off from Russell and Purdue. Do you know if there was Thursday, and if Russell or Purdue actually won, and if the Dominion machines were wicked again?
I don't know because I haven't investigated it. I've heard the allegations. I've seen a report, but I can't tell you from my own knowledge the way I can tell you that the 2020 election was completely fraudulent. That Trump won Georgia by about 130,000 votes. Before you even get into all of the algorithm corrections in the Dominion machine, you've got to understand the Dominion machine is not a voting machine. The voting machine does not allow you to change votes. Dominion allows you to change votes. The voting machine does not allow you access from the internet, so that you can change votes from far away. Dominion allows you access from the internet. Dominion voting machines allow you to do what, I think her name was Missy, who did it in Coffee County, Georgia. She does a demonstration on tape, which is available on the internet, showing you how you can change votes from Biden to Trump, Trump to Biden. You can change large stacks of votes. You can fractionalize the vote and therefore hide the change. And every Dominion machine we've so far looked at has an 80% adjudication rate. I bet you don't even know what adjudication is. I didn't. So you go in and vote on a Dominion. Bobby, you do know?
No, I don't actually, but I've heard the term used a good deal.
Yeah. So you know what happens? You go in and you vote for Trump or Biden, and you figure I voted for Trump or Biden. Well, so far on the 20 or so Dominion machines that we've looked at, you don't really get to vote for Trump or Biden. In fact, 80% of the time, your vote is put into adjudication. And then somebody determines whether you clearly enough voted for Trump or Biden. And if they decide not, they change the vote. Which means that your vote is kind of a suggestion. It's not really a vote.
Yeah.
The Dominion machines, they're going around threatening everybody with lawsuits. The Dominion machines are completely crooked. They're completely dishonest. They are heavily tied up with foreign governments. And they are used to fix elections. Now, did they fix the latest one, 2021? I can't tell you that for sure. Did they fix the election in Georgia? Yes, sir. Did they fix the election in Arizona, in Maricopa County? Yes, sir. So now we will go to Dave in Brooklyn.
How are you, Mr. Mayor?
I'm good, Dave. How are you?
Okay, I've been trying to get my story out since Thursday.
Okay.
So I'm just going to get right to it. When we showed up at the rally, everyone was calm, some chanting, as you know, you were there. Everyone was calm, USA, things of that nature. And you could stop me, ask me any questions. As I left about 15 minutes early, now remember that, before he even stopped speaking.
Right.
I started my way down, which is probably from Washington Monument to the Capitol, we'll call it 2 miles. So as I got to about a mile away, I started hearing pops and explosions. And I said, that's really weird, because nobody's there yet. I'm ahead. If there's maybe 10,000 people ahead of me, I mean, you know there's tons of people. So I'm ahead of the majority of Trump supporters. How is there anything going on at the Capitol yet? Because I left because I wanted to get
I think you figured out the answer, right, Bruce? I mean, nobody at that Trump rally was instigated to do anything.
No.
And that whole thing that happened on the Capitol was a totally separate operation. What you probably didn't know, which I can supply you the evidence of, they prepared that at least 5-6 days before, and it was prepared with the participation of Black Lives Matter and Antifa to destroy the president. It wasn't our people.
Exactly.
It certainly wasn't our people who were. It wasn't our people who were at the speech. They couldn't get there on time. Now, some of our people probably did go in. You can see some of our people going in. Some of them went in innocent. Some of them are standing there, you know, some of them are standing there, like, they take a picture. And some of them probably did a full-on thing. I can't imagine. Pardon me?
So now, I walk to the side, unresisted, and I think I'm just going to get up front and wave my flag and everything else. All of a sudden, I see a kid very close to the Capitol building walking with a pitchfork. Very close. I'm like, how do you get through DC with a full-blown pitchfork?
With a pitchfork?
So I took it from him, and I handed it to police officers.
Good for you.
Why are you taking it from me? He's like, well, why are you taking it from me? Because you're going to kill somebody. So then, now I see where I get to, they're fighting with the police. And I start yelling at them, and I'm like, why are you fighting with the police? And they're knocking each other. And I'm like, stop. Why are you? And I'm like, they got it. And a guy comes up to me, and I wasn't need to turn, but he says, why do you blank care? I go, because this is not what we're here for.
Right.
Then I started realizing, it started dawning on me what was actually going on there. Okay? And below me, when you seen the surge, it wasn't Trump supporters surging into the Capitol. It's still the ground. They really knew exactly where it was. It was like 20 to 30 police officers that couldn't be stopped with 100 National Guard. And those people, professional grade gas masks, Kevlar gear, they were ready, Mr. Mayor. Furthermore, I grabbed some other weapons and I said, I'm out of here. I'm gone. And I ended up handing the police officer two other guys came up to me and said, "You're a cop. You're a cop." I go, "No, I'm not a cop. I'm not going to watch you kill somebody." I said, "This isn't what we're here for." And they ended up, we had words. The cops took it from me, and I ended up leaving. But that was a setup from the word go, Mr. Mayor. Absolutely. And what, in my opinion, they did was the Democrats had to assassinate the movement, and they had to decapitate the band. That's what they did.
Wow. You're right on, my friend. It is so helpful. You know, I've been studying this now non-stop for about 3 days, all the footage from different people. And you just described it. You just described about 100 hours ago. You know our piece of unacceptable, right? You know.
No.
You wouldn't be for Trump if you attacked this. Maybe you'd be for the other guys. I mean, that's one of our main things. We support the police. So if you're a Trump person attacking the police, you're not a Trump person. You're
one thing, Mr. Mayor. You know what I noticed a lot when I was there?
What?
A lot of teardrop tattoos. Explain to the audience what teardrop tattoos represent.
Right.
I saw about 15
veterans
of them.
They're veterans.
What was that say?
They're veteran troublemakers, veteran rioters. If they're not Antifa, they're Black Lives Matter. If not, they're some kind of crazy white supremacist group. By the way, the main one that was there, Groypers, is an anti-Trump white supremacist group. You know, this was a setup, my friend. You know it, I know it. And the media, the major media, is suppressing the truth. Isn't that may be more disgusting than ever. We supposedly live in a country of free speech, and I'm being muzzled. The president of the United States is being muzzled. How can we let that happen? I mean, what have we become? I don't get it. And what are we going to become if we let this continue to go on?
What they're trying to show is the Democrats are saying, don't ever let any civilian become a politician again, or we're going to destroy your whole family.
Yeah, you better be part of the club, you know. Absolutely. If you're not taking money for China, you're not part of the club. We got some Republicans that take money for China. That'll be probably what we do right after the inauguration. We'll point out the Republicans who take money from China. We've got to just check it out a little better. But I don't want anybody to think...
here is good.
Mr. Mayor, one of the things...
Thank you so
Have a
much.
good day.
Take care.
On to the next, on to the next, on to the next.
Lost satellite reception.
Thank you, everybody. We're switching to iVlog. Please subscribe to Lamborghini Driver. Thank you, everybody. Have a good day. We're gonna switch to iVlog with peace and love. Peace and love.